Hey there, folks. Jason, Tradesman Off-Road Adventures, and it's been a minute. And I apologize for not having more content. It's been a crazy summer. It's been crazy at work. Life has been crazy, but we're back. And if you can see behind me, right here, we're going to start building a tool roll. And we're going to do a couple other things, just talking about the truck, talking about the state of power wagons and whether they're still cost effective for a tradesman versus a regular official power wagon. But today, quick short video about 25,000 mile update. I know it's crazy, I'm putting miles on this truck like nobody's business, which really for my pocket, my wallet, is not super great, and also for the longevity of the truck. Nevertheless, let's talk maintenance and, more importantly, fuel economy, particularly after I installed the ProCal snap. Some surprises. Maintenance, nothing. 25,700 and something miles. No maintenance since the update I did in March. Nothing's broken. No problems. Great truck. Ram, hanging in there. But let's talk MPG throughout the life of the truck. So if you recall, I got this truck with almost 8,000 miles on it, and I did a baseline. I've got an 85-ish mile loop that I do out Route 66. I'm just going to talk 70 miles an hour now, because that was the speed limit. I did it for 65, I did it for 70, and let's just talk 70, and we're going to do that going forward. So for going to and from, like daily driving or to and from off-road trips or whatnot, 70 miles an hour seems to be a pretty reasonable number. Okay, so 70 miles an hour, stock truck, Wrangler Duratrax, still had the front air dam. If you recall, 16.1 hand calculated miles per gallon. It's not bad. Then, after I did the metric 35 BFGs, so 315 70 R17s, at 17,000 miles, so the first check was at 10,000 miles. At 17,000 miles, metric 35s, the average dropped down to 15 flat. And then after I took off the front air dam, lower air dam, and added the skid plate, brush guard, 15.1. So basically no change, and these are all hand calculated. This is not the truck computer. And this is even me factoring with my GPS for the larger tire size and how that's going to goof up the overall mileage I would have traveled calculation. Is about 5, remember, if you recall, it's about 5% off. So drop from 16.1 to 15/15.1, and it's kind of, I haven't done a loop since then because gas is expensive. But I've noticed since I put on the ProCal snap that the truck thinks it's getting better gas mileage, and I think it's getting better gas mileage, but I've only had it on there for a little while, right? So I took a trip down to the Outer Banks, beach off-road driving, didn't record fuel mileage for that because there's a lot of airing down and going through deep-ish sand. So obviously when the truck was recording like 8 or 9 miles per gallon on the beach, that's not really reflective of the ProCal. But on the highway, it definitely recorded better, and in the Fuelie app, it was a lot better. And the truck feels different. The truck feels happier. The transmission doesn't seem to shift as much. I think whatever the ProCal Snap does to talk to the computer about when it's supposed to shift and whatnot, it seems to be a happier truck. And so last night, I was out for a drive. I was contemplating a drive, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go out and let's just see what the mileage loop says. So now that gas is $3.77 a gallon further out west on 66, where my sheets is that I stop and I start the loop, it was a little warmer last night, and so some of that might affect the 15 miles per gallon for the BFGs and the skid plate, that 1 mile per gallon drop. Anyways, 25,000 miles on the truck, 70 miles an hour, no real hiccups on the drive. Truck felt great, 68 degrees. Tire pressure, 55 pounds. I actually could drop it. I normally drop it a little lower now. I don't have, I have the ProCal and the light doesn't go off, but a buddy just borrowed it to tow his boat. I haven't dropped the pressures. Anyways, truck computer read 17.3 miles per gallon. I always ignore the truck computer, but it gives me some sense. I was like, okay, well, this is gonna be better than I thought. Hand calculated. Remember now the GPS says that the speedometer matches the actual speed of the truck. Pretty close. 16.3 miles per gallon. Now you can say, Jason, maybe you got a better tank of gas. Maybe you didn't quite fill it up the whole way. I did the TFL truck. Fill it till it clicks, 30 seconds, one more click and stop. And so I did that. And so the truck fuel economy is better. I don't know if it suddenly at 25,000 miles, the truck is broken in. But I do wonder if the ProCal Snap helped the transmission stay in a more economical gear. I don't know. But that's the mileage update. 16.3. Set 70 miles an hour. All of my averages are now above 13 miles per gallon. Mixed city highway driving, 13.5, 14. I don't know if I'm that conservative a driver, if I'm definitely not flooring it all the time. But I think those are still pretty good numbers. I've talked about this before. People bag on heavy duty gas trucks and the power wagons in particular for being gas hogs. If I can get 16.3 miles per gallon on a road trip, that's not bad. That's not quite diesel territory, but that's pretty close. And down around where I am, at some gas stations, it's a $2 a gallon difference between 87, which is what I should say, 87 octane, not 89, and diesel. So it's really hard right now to make an economic argument that just because diesels get better fuel economy, and I like diesels more, never mind the $9,000+ price tag difference for a Ram 2500. Never mind that you can get the Power Wagon package, but it's hard to make the argument unless you tow heavy that from a dollars and cents perspective, diesel's better than gas. And I think these numbers prove it. So I will continue to update it. Anyways, 16.3 miles per gallon, 25,000 miles, 70 mile an hour, 85 mile long loop, which is up from 15.1 pre-ProCal install, and pretty darn close to the stock numbers I got when the truck had 8,000 miles. So those are my numbers. Post below what yours are. I don't trust the truck computers, and I think the full mile per gallon difference, which is almost, that's a whole lot of 10%ish, 8% off. I don't trust it, but if you want to post your numbers below, if you have noticed any differences after you put the ProCal on yours in terms of the transmission being happier, and your fuel economy going up or down or being unchanged, I'd love to hear it. Anyways, hope all is well. Expect more videos from me. Also, got something to go on top of this. Getting a Snap Outfitter treehouse, hopefully by the end of the month. Stay tuned. So there will be more videos. Life's just been crazy. I apologize for the delays. Hope all is well with you. Hope you're surviving gas prices and inflation and all that stuff. Hope you're getting out there. I have not been as much as I would like. Hoping to make a change on that. So stay safe. Praying that you all are well. And get out there if you can. Talk to you soon.